Welcome back to the ChromeBook files. So today I'm basically just going to be giving you guys a vlog about battery life on smartphones. Anyways, batteries on smartphones and basically on Android. Battery is one of the most important things that most people look for in a smartphone. And if that's something that you don't look for in a smartphone, that's something you should consider, because a phone looking beautiful, gorgeous, having all kinds of displays doesn't matter if it doesn't have enough power source to back it. So the battery is basically one of the most quintessential things that I think most people that are looking into getting a new smartphone should always look at. Besides camera, besides display, besides internal storage and RAM, battery is of great big importance. And battery is one of the major reasons why Android was able to surpass the iPhone and iOS a couple of years ago. Was the fact that iPhone still had a weaker battery compared to what people with Android devices were getting, especially when we started hitting to the 3,000 milliamp hour areas, is really where it started to kill off iPhone. So battery, very, very, very important. Now, a lot of people always tend to want to know what someone is doing on their Android smartphone to get better battery life. I mean, there's people out there with the Samsung Galaxy J7 that's not hitting the same type of battery lifespan as some mobile tech reviewers on YouTube are getting. And, everyone uses their phone differently. Everyone has different settings on their phones. And when you have different settings on your phone, basically will also, change the characteristics of battery life. And I'm going to talk you guys through a few examples of what I mean by the characteristics of the settings. So here's what I do to basically get the most out of my Android smartphones, with battery life. And the reason why I say that is because some of my phones have 3,000 milliamps, some of them have less. But the one thing that they all share in common is that they all get a great amount of battery time. As to some people who have commented on my videos and say that the battery life sucks, probably, how they use their smartphone and how their settings are is the reason why their battery is depleting faster than what I'm doing with my smartphone, which mine's lasting longer. So here's what I do. So the first thing is your screen display, the brightness. The brightness plays a big factor, obviously, because it takes power to illuminate that screen. And the higher the brightness is in settings, the more power it's going to draw from your battery. So if you have it to 100% brightness and you're indoor, you're really wasting a lot of good battery lifetime. Considering the fact that being indoor and not in the sunlight, you'll actually get a better visual of your screen when it's like brightness is all the way down to zero. So when I'm indoor, anywhere that I'm at, my brightness is all the way down to zero. And before I'm about to step outside, I probably bring up to a margin of 25% to 30% brightness, because the sun, will kind of overshadow your screen. And so you want to bring up the brightness a little bit when you're in the sun. But, I'm not in the sun very too long, especially here in this city. It's like super hot. I always try to find places to be sheltered from the sun. So, my screen is mostly at 0%. So that's one thing you want to consider is your screen display. Another thing is Wi-Fi connection. Wherever I'm at, there's a Wi-Fi connection that I can get into, I'm connected. And if it's a strong signal, I would prefer to be on that than my network. The reason why is making a data connection on your smartphone draws a lot of your battery, especially if your network signal is weak in the area that you're at, or the Wi-Fi signal that you're connecting to has a weak signal. What happens is that when there's a weak signal, your phone is constantly going to be searching for another signal path that is greater, stronger, to give you faster download and uploads data speeds. And when you are on a weak signal, that's what it's searching for. And as it's searching for that signal, it's consuming battery along making a data connection to whatever signal it's connected to. So even if your area, your network connection is pretty spotty and crappy, but you have home Wi-Fi, it's always best to be connected to Wi-Fi. Even if you have unlimited 4G data, better to be connected to your Wi-Fi, because then if you're constantly connected to your unlimited 4G data, because let's say you do have unlimited and not, it's not throttled at all. If the signal is weaker than your Wi-Fi, your battery is going to be consumed trying to either increase the signal strength to make a good connection or find another connection that is stronger. And every time it's searching, it's drawing out power from your battery. So Try to maintain the best connection, whether it's through your network or if it's through your Wi-Fi. Just try to have the best one. The stronger the signal, the less battery consumption happens. Another thing that I tend not to have on is the AutoSync, which I know a lot of people don't even barely. I mean, they buy a smartphone and they don't even turn that off. They leave it on so their emails are synced and all that other stuff. And they think that if you turn off AutoSync, you're not going to get like your chat messages from Hangouts or anything like that, which is furthest from the truth. AutoSync syncs information to all your applications. That's exactly what it does. But think about it like this: if AutoSync is on and it's downloading all the time, every 5-10 minutes it's downloading information for Facebook or Google Plus or any other social media app you use, it is drawing power. Especially if you have no intentions of actually looking at Facebook or looking at Google Plus, it's downloading information that can easily be downloaded when you launch the application and go in. So like for me, I don't need to know exactly what everyone else is doing every second of the day on Facebook because I'm not on it every second. I'm on it quite a bit. Like I'll be on Facebook maybe like between 10 to 15 times a day, which is quite a bit. And because I'm on Facebook that much, I don't require to have AutoSync on to auto download the info, because once I launch my Facebook app, it's going to want me to, it's going to auto load what I missed. So I'll get like the most previous news, and then when I scroll down my timeline, I'll see what everyone posted within the last time that I looked at Facebook. And with Google Plus, as soon as you launch it, it'll tell you at the bottom in a gray little button that there's new updates. So when you click that, you'll get everything that was posted since the last time you were on Google Plus. So there's really no need for me to have AutoSync on. Emails will sync as soon as I launch the email application. So because I'm not on my phone all day long, like continuously, but I am on it pretty much all day, going through different applications, AutoSync is something I don't need turned on. So I have it turned off. And while it's off, my Hangouts messages, my text messages, my Facebook messages, and even my Twitter group chats, all those still notify me without AutoSync on, because they don't rely on AutoSync to give me that alert. They come in real time. As the person posts something, it will come in automatically. So AutoSync is something that I turned off. Another thing that I do to save great battery is I don't do a lot of heavy gaming on my Android smartphones. That's one thing that a lot of people tend to do. They want to play games. They download all kinds of games. They fill up their internal storage with like maybe 10 or less, 10 maximum of games that they want to play. And they're always playing on their, these games. These games are so addicting that, of course, game manufacturers or game developers actually have to put some sort of time limit. Like on Angry Birds 2, you have like so many lives that if you deplete all 5 of them, you got to wait a time limit before you can start playing again, which had to be implemented because there were people that were getting so deep into Android gaming and gaming on iOS that it would consume their everyday time, and people weren't being productive. So I know there's people that are like heavy addicted to games. They will get on, they'll play racing games, they'll play Angry Birds, they'll play any game that's pretty much like relevant and popular at the moment. They will play it. And when they play it for long periods of time. And so when you're playing a game like that, especially if it requires data connection, you are going to kill off your battery a lot faster than normally what you would if you just use it for a microcomputer. And because the gaming requires all that power usage, there you go. So I do a lot of my gaming on my tablet. I have a tablet, and I do all my gaming from there. All the games that I want are downloaded on there, except for a few that require you to have a smartphone, like the newest one, Pokemon Go. You need a smartphone to play that one. I wouldn't recommend playing it on a tablet unless your tablet can connect to some sort of network connection outside of Wi-Fi, because Pokemon Go basically uses your real world as how you experience the game. I just recently found that out last night, which I'll do a review about the game in a couple of days. But yeah, so you have to walk around in your real world to play Pokemon Go. And so, yeah, you'll need a smartphone for that one. But when I play Pokemon Go, the most that I play on it is maybe about 20 minutes. I'm not someone that's going to be on it for 2 hours walking around this area and, trying to play a game. So, but yeah, gaming is something that I do less on my smartphone. So another thing is YouTube and music streaming. Now, this is another thing that people do. And They do it when they're on the go, if they're taking the subway, or if they're taking public transportation, or if they're jogging at a park, or if they're just enjoying, an afternoon. They like to listen to music. That does kind of deplete your battery, but not as bad as gaming does. Watching videos on YouTube will drain your battery depending on your settings for how you have your videos. Now, most people tend to be picky and they want 1080p or they want 2K video. And the higher the resolution that you're watching a video, the more the bigger the video file is, the more download consumption of your battery happens. So I like to keep my settings at 360p. On a 5.5 inch display, 360p does not look bad at all. So I'll watch people's videos in 360p, even if they have it uploaded in 720, or if it's in 1080, or if it's any higher, like 2556 or something like that, or 2056. I don't know what it is, but any higher resolution, I don't need it to be that vividly clear, especially when I'm just watching, mobile tech videos and blogging and things like that. I don't need it to be that clear. As long as I can see the person and see the product that they're holding and see what they're showing, it's fine. And I can do that in either 360 or 480. So either one of those are my settings for videos on YouTube. That way my battery doesn't drain as fast because it's not trying to push that kind of resolution through in a video. So that's it for the Chromebook vlogs, guys. I hope you guys enjoy these vlogs that I do on my Chromebook for you guys. And hopefully you guys got some good tips about battery life and how to extend your battery. And if you guys did, drop me a like, subscribe if you have not, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And that's it, guys. I'm out. See you guys later.